Hey, you want to hear some poems about ducks?
No.
Nah.
Nope.
Maybe. Howdy, folks. Grok the DuckFarmer here, and I'm on the FTOG Quantus server, hanging up here at my pillar of goodness. And just to show off a few things, here's something really cool. Oh, look at Nemson's base. Nemson's base is looking really cool over there, and I'm loving it. Great resale value when I need to resell my stuff because his place looks so cool. Unfortunately, I'm dragging down his property values out. But anyway, one of the things I wanted to do was take and pick down or fortune down all the stuff I've got here. I've got diamond, I've got the dark gems for Evilcraft, and everybody's running low on those. A little bit of emerald, some redstone, lapis, some stuff like that. But mainly I'm looking at the dark gems and the diamonds because keep running low on the diamonds. And so I spent some time hunting around those for those in the mining age, and got hopefully enough to last me. And I also have another plan, but here's what I did off camera. I went ahead and made one of these vengeance pickaxes from Evilcraft, and the recipe's pretty simple. Dark sticks, I had some left over. I went ahead and made some of the hardened blood shards and had the diamonds. The nice thing about this, Fortune 5. Very, very nice. Now, I didn't want to use this because it says might summon vengeance spirits, and when you're digging a big pillar like this, you don't want anything to knock you off because that's bad. So I went ahead and made a purifier, which is a disenchanter. So what you do is you fill it with 3 buckets of blood, and that's real easy to do. And then you put in the item you want to be disenchanted, and you also throw in a blook. Not a book, but a blook. You take a book, you throw it into the infuser, gives it a bucket's worth of blood, and now it becomes a blook. And with the blook and the whatever you want to disenchant, it will randomly disenchant something off of there. And so, here's my fortune pick. It now has that fortune 5. It already had the efficiency 5 in the unbreaking, but I also just added mending and soulbound because that is my pick for doing all sorts of goodness. So I'm going to go ahead and pick down this, but also right above my head, there are some islands down there where I left some trees, and I said that I was planning on doing something there, but I wasn't quite sure. I've come up with the idea. I'm going to go ahead and transfer the Botania area, which is just at my feet there, to that there. It's a bigger area. I have more plans on that, and then this down here will be roots. But for right now, I'm going to go ahead and pick this. Let's see what we get. There we go. Had to slow down at the last because I didn't want to accidentally punch through the bottom here. So let's see what we got here. Almost 2 stacks of diamonds. Very nice. Some emeralds, although I can get those from the villagers real easy. That's really nice. Lots of the crushed. I just had some gold. Just had the 1 redstone. I figured, why do I care about that? But good to have a bunch more lapis because I've been using a lot of the lapis blocks. Plus, Botania's going to use a bunch of those lapis blocks. So, yay, that. But I am going to go ahead and spend some time taking all the trees off of this little area and then building that skirt, just like I did here with these other platforms, building a skirt around there. So I've got enough room to do some serious Botania bits. Because, I was looking at the real estate and I figured, okay, I'm either going to do it right here or on that block right up there. You can see it when I look away. That may be a good real estate piece, but I think I'm going to do this one here. It's a little bit closer to base. So, gonna do a whole bunch of work, and then I'll come back and we'll do some Botania stuff. And there is the new Botania island. Well, it's technically not an island, it's more like a peninsula because it does connect down there at the bottom. But yeah, I got this set up and chewed it down quite a bit just so that it would kind of match up here. And mine. Link is over here at my blood magic altar doing stuff. So this, I have to admit, I kind of like how this turned out. If we come down here, you can see how it's connected up. And this little island over here, I originally set the layer here where it's got the border, and then decided, you know, it needed a little bit more stability, so I added a second layer of this quarried stone underneath to hold it up. And it works. It works nicely, and I really love having the broom. That makes it so nice to be able to come and get this going. So I have this in place now, and now I can start moving some of the Botania bits over here that I really want, because, you know, that works, but it's really cramped, and I want to get some automation set up so that I can get to some good amount of bits. So over here I have a little chest set up with the stuff that I need to make a Livingrock, Livingwood, and we'll take off the inf here. I was looking up infested, but anyway, so these are the bits that I need. These are the raw source materials. That's timing. These can be any blocks that you want. I'm going to go ahead and grab those. I'm going to grab these Ranucarpuses. And let's see, this is a pulse mana spreader. You just take a regular mana spreader, hit it with some redstone, and it's a pulse. It activates with a burst of redstone. I'm going to need one of you, and let's call that good for right now. Now the setup I have is going to be 6 deep, so I can't put anything here because of the railing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is the point where I'm going to be doing the conversion to Livingwood and Livingrock. So let's go ahead and chop up a section like this and a section like that. And it hurts my feelings because this is an even width item or construction, and this is an odd area here, but oh well, it is what it is. So let's see, putting these blocks, you should have broken. Sometimes when it breaks too fast, it didn't actually break. These cracks make me think rock, and these rings make me think wood. So this is now laid out Livingwood or Livingrock and Livingwood. So I need Ranucarpuses, and let's drop those right there. These flowers, they're not that hard to make. If we take a quick look at the recipe, Ranucarpus. It's just a little bit of orange, yellow earth, which I hadn't made up before I had some more of the redstone. So I went ahead and also dropped those in my mana pool over there with the catalyst so that they would be petite. So you can see they've got a smaller range on them. They just barely cover the area that they're looking at, these stones. So that works perfectly. And the way these are designed, it will place anything that it can, whether it's a plant or a block, if the block is matching what's under it. So since these are floating, this block tells it to place things here, and it'll ignore the grass and the marble. And these, if I had them moved so they were right next to each other here, they would do the same thing, and this guy would only plant on these cracked, and this would only plant on these ringed ones, or I don't know what they're called. But they work out fine, and I'm going to go ahead and kind of shove them off to the side. What I do need, the pure daisies. So these guys are going to go right here, and you can see the ring is just perfectly this group of 3. Now I could double this so that I've got both sides, but that's okay. This is going to run slowly and steadily. I don't need super uber speed. I just need it to run when I want it to run. So I got the redstone. So let's go ahead and put the pulse mana spreader here. It just says mana spreader in the Wayla there, but it's a pulse. And this, I'm going to go ahead and set to run for 2 minutes and then do its thing. So let's go ahead and right-click that to lock it. That way you can't come up and just right-click and pull out the sand. I want the sand to stay there. All right, so this will go ahead and take some of these items and toss them around. In fact, if we go ahead and grab a bit of stone and wood, let's toss the wood over here. And that should pick it up and drop it. Yep. And this one will do the same over here. There's a delay between the item dropping and being picked up. So it will just go ahead and do that. If it can't place it, then the item just stays there, which isn't so helpful. Let's go ahead and grab a few things. I want to be able to drop the items I need down. So let's grab some of this. Let's grab those. I'm going to need these. I'm going to need a bunch of stuff. Okay, so the lens. This bore lens here, I'm going to place on this. When this triggers, it will actually fire through these blocks and knock them down. And so that's what I'm going to use for harvesting, which works out nicely. But now I need, let's see, junk blocks. Now I need to drop the items down so that I have the wood and the rock coming down, or stone technically. So I'm going to put that there, and there. This piece is actually symmetrical. It's an odd, which I like, as opposed to the even, which I don't like nearly as much. So anyway, I've got these open crates from Botania, and that's just planks, Livingwood planks, done in an upside down U, kind of like pants, you know, your armor pants, leggings. So items will drop into there, which is fine. And let's go ahead and put a chest here and a chest there, and that's what's going to hold the beginning wood and the beginning rock. The problem though is I don't want to just drop them in, because these will drop fast enough that these rhinocarpuses won't pick them up, and that's a problem. I want them to actually be able to pick them up faster, so I need a delay. So stone is going here. There's stone. And wood is going here. All right, there's wood. So I need to delay these things, and for that, let me grab my junk blocks and my redstone torches. Junk blocks right here, and redstone torches. Now these are locked. All right, I'm going to go ahead and break this, and magnet for the win. Okay, so I need to then pulse these so they run at a good time. So for that, I'm going to turn to these items. So I'm going to put redstone right here across, a repeater right there, and an hourglass right here. Let's put that to 4 ticks, and here's 4 sand. So that will run like that. Here's my wand of the forest. Let's lock that. So when this pulses, then it's going to give enough time for items to fall out of this crate. So now I'm going to go ahead and take my magnet off, because I don't have a signal. I need to make one of those, because that will prevent me or anybody else running around with a magnet ring from running around here and picking up items. So it just dropped some stuff here, and there's enough time for them to be picked up by the rhinocarpus before a new one drops down. So that's perfect timing. Works out great. Now at this point, see how it's just accumulating the stone and the wood, because this is full. There's no place for the rhinocarpus to drop anything. So I need a hopper hawk to pick that stuff up. So let's put that right here, and if we mouse over this with the wand, you can see that it says there, pick up only items in frames, and that's exactly what we're looking for this to do. So it only will put them, grab this oak, dark oak and stone, and toss them in there, and everything else will go away. So you can see as they get dropped down, plop, they sit there and then disappear because this is gobbling them up. Unfortunately, that gobble up is faster than these rhinocarpuses, and that's where the infestation spore comes in place. Now, if we take a quick look at this little beastie, you can make that by dropping a mushroom of any sort into a mana pool, and then you get the infestation spore. And then just right-click that on this here, and now it will take enough time. It puts a delay on the hopperhock so that these rhinocarpuses will be able to pick up these items before the hopperhock does. So that is everything in place here. I do want to pick up and gather the items at this point. So let's go ahead and, you know, I could put this anywhere, but I'm going to put, you know, I think I'm going to do this just for symmetry's sake. Let's put you there and you there. And let's see, I need some Livingwood and Livingrock. So Livingrock goes there and Livingwood goes here. Alrighty, so that should work. And drop these off. I've got some petite hopperhocks. And let's put you here. And what's your radius? Oh, you know, your radius isn't so good. No. I'm going to have to put them out here. So let's put a hopperhock radius here. Let's grab out something to chop things down with. Alright, so yeah, I thought it would be good, but it's not going to be so good for right now. And pop those off. Pop it off. There we go. So let's put the chest here on top of this, and the other floating hopperhock there. Now you can see it's a lot more centered on where it can pop out. And I will improve the radius, but I would like it to work better than what was advertised there. So that and that. Alright, so now if I go ahead and toss this out and toss that out, these little floating hopperhocks will pick them up and stick them inside the chest. Perfect. That's my gathering system. Alright, so now I can grab mana pools. I need a mana pool here, and I need a mana pool there. That way this will connect, and I'm going to, let's bind him to here, and him to here. So what that will do is, that will, when it has the mana, it should expand that. This one, I don't want to expand the mana. Let's go ahead and grab this. In fact, if I jump up here, and take a look where that mana ring was, that's the extent of where this hopperhock will go, which is quite large. So let's seed this with some mana, spit that out and run away. So now, yeah, you can see the range is much larger. It's one greater on all sides. So that will pick up, when these things spit out, it will go ahead and pick up the stuff very nicely. Alright, so that's seeded with mana. Yeah, that's plenty of mana. Alright, we'll let it go ahead and drain the whole thing. And it should stop. Alrighty. So this should be working now. All we need to do is, as soon as this, let's see, that's got the bore lens, it should be working 100% right now. Yep. That should be working. The one thing I would like to do, and the reason why I've got this extra item frame, is I want to set up in case some stone gets here early, and because timing is all messed up, it could, when this bore goes through, it could turn into cobble, and cobble isn't going to be all that helpful for us. So I want to be able to take that out of the way, and for that I need a non-silk touch pick. Let's put you there. Alright, so now we got cobble, and you, I'm going to go ahead and slap here, kind of behind the scenes. So if the timing is wrong, this will go ahead and just pick up cobble and toss that in there. In my playing with this in my creative world, I saw that happen a couple times as I was going in and out of the area, and the cobble, when it gets placed here, doesn't get turned into the living rock like I want. So that's a problem, and I'm just waiting for this to fire. And we got this delay where it triggers and then it happens. There it goes. Badoo! Now we had 10 the Livingrock and Livingwood, so let's see what we got. 13 each. That's plus 3. So is this super duper speedy? No, it's not at all. But this will run, and the nice thing about it is I can come in here and pull out this to stop this from firing and losing mana. I can also come into here and just dump in the stone and wood that I want, and when it's done, it stops. So it should be a very low impact onto the server, which is exactly what I'm looking for. Is something minor. It will run and do what I need. It's just not going to be a super duper uber speedy thing, but that's okay. I don't need it to be speedy. I've got Nemson over there, other people that are around in the area enough that will keep this loaded, and so this will just slowly run. That's all I need. Yep, that will work perfectly for me. Next, I want to make great galloping gobs of wood so I can make charcoal so that I can feed better mana production. And for that, we're going to go over here. But I need to gather some stuff first for that. I just checked the time, and I'm going to have to take my niece to the airport really soon, so I don't have the time to build the bits I need to do this stuff, so next episode. Yep. At this point, I'm going to call it an episode. We've got a definitely working Livingrock, Livingwood generator and a new island, which is fantastic. So next time, we're going to deal with a big charcoal farm, and probably, I'm going to say, the most efficient of the tree farms that you're going to find, and also best looking, because I designed it, so that makes it best looking. So tree farm, charcoal, and mana generation, that'll be in the next episode, because I've got to take my niece to the airport. That's important. Family first. Anyway, this has been Grok the DuckFarmer here on the FTOG Quantus server, having a blast here with getting some big Botania stuff going. Thanks for watching. Bye!